And
It was
let's go to the patch notes. Frank, how you doing?
Hello, I'm going to baton pass this over to Mario, where he's going to talk about Disney Plus news because I was working today and I couldn't watch it. So,
yes. So I actually spent not that much time figuring out what was going on at Disney Plus because I had no idea how they were going to present this news, and I don't remember last year when they were sort of doing this. Sorry, but basically, I all thought there was going to be like a presentation, like sort of like a big showcase. Like, I've been inundated with like watching like PlayStation and Nintendo do things, and even the DC had like a presentation for Fandom or whatever. No, this was like random Twitter drops at a random time, and if you were there, you were there when it happened. But
if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. So I broke down some of the major ones. There are a few here that are definitely going to slip through the cracks because I'm not a fan of the Spiderwick Chronicles, but I'm sure somebody is. So I didn't put that.
You. Wait, what?
There's a new Spiderwick Chronicles coming out. So
Yeah, let's go through the list. Let's go through the list.
I don't have it on this list. That's why I'm saying it now.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't think that anyone gave a shit about Chronicles. Don't worry, I got a lot of the cool stuff on here. Okay.
Yeah.
And we're gonna break it down. Before I show a slideshow of a bunch of things, the things I do want to bring up right up at the top though is some of the big things that happened today in terms of celebrating it. So basically 13 of the Marvel movies are now in IMAX format, which means it's no longer 16:9. It's actually stretched out to fit sort of a wider aspect ratio. And so they also released Shang-Chi this today as well. And so I watched it in that format, and that bus scene hits differently with a wider aspect ratio. I'll tell you what. Because funny enough, I just bought Endgame on Blu-ray, 4K. It's still widescreen. The IMAX one obviously has more resolution. So I was like, oh, so mad that I bought this disc. Anyways, that's beside the point. Some of the other things, of course, was some shorts were released for Disney Plus. So they had a fun anniversary thing for The Simpsons, where it just had a bunch of characters show up. That was cool. They have a new short for people that like the Luca Pixar film that came out earlier this year. They have a short film that you can watch there as well as releasing all of the other Pixar short films that were in front of movies. They released them as well as a bunch of other new ones. So Paperman was one of my favorite ones.
The
Like the Bow one.
They're
Bow.
They're all on there, so you can check them out. And
shout out to the Incredibles too.
Shout out Incredibles 2 as well. And the other thing that was cool is if you like TikTok, they have those text-to-speech voices is now special characters. So you can have like Stormtrooper voice or some other voices on your TikToks. So those are some of the general fun things. So let's go ahead and break down. I have a breakdown in different sections, all right? First section, Disney. All the Disney stuff that we're gonna talk about, okay? I already mentioned Spiderwick Chronicles because I didn't have it on this list. That's apparently happening. Enjoy. There's a bunch of Diary of Wimpy Kids shit as well. Enjoy that if you like that. But we're gonna talk about the main man, my boy, Baymax, which of course I'm switching over. Hopefully this works. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, isn't this technically Marvel?
It's technically Marvel, but it's actually under the Disney brand. They don't have it officially a part of it, which is a little odd.
I mean, Disney, I think it's like a weird collaboration.
It's a weird collaboration, but yeah, but they basically have just deemed it a Disney thing. It is a Marvel character, but this is under the... I also can't show any footage just in case because we don't want to get pulled down for any reason whatsoever. So just showing that off as well. Very excited. Let's see here. If anyone can do me a favor, just so I can double check, make sure my audio is coming through.
It is.
Okay, so you can hear me through the Twitch. Just want to make sure. The other thing is they're bringing back the Proud Family, which I loved that when I was a kid. I heard some of the trailer today. It's definitely continuing on for where it left off, and happy to have that around. I was a huge fan of that back in the day.
Same. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else fan? Obviously, the Proud Family.
Fucking love Proud Family.
Yeah.
I used to watch that shit all the time. It was one of my favorite shows. It's really cool. I hope it keeps the same like kind of feel of that show.
Yeah, for sure.
It is very early 2000s, and it's gonna be kind of weird to have that show come back in 2021 and try to be the same as early 2000s.
No, for sure.
But we'll see. I mean, it's a good way to bring a new audience into something that was kind of our, at least the millennial childhood, like kind of upbringing show.
No, for sure. Next up, of course, is Disney's Pinocchio is going to be live action. So
yes,
if
I'm
you
excited for
are
that.
a fan of the original animated cartoon Wishing Upon a Star, you're going to have a chance to see this in live action. This is going to star, I believe, Joseph Gordon-Levitt in some aspect. I'm not sure if he's Pinocchio or the Cricket. I'm sure he's going to be in this in some capacity. The reason why I am a little excited about it is because it's directed by Robert Zemeckis, who, of course, did the Back to the Future films. And all those Christmas Carol, Polar Express, all those films. This would be a live action / animation, which is something he's been doing for quite a while this time. So, yeah. So everyone here is a fan of Pinocchio?
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Let's see. Next up is, I believe it's Tatiana, if I'm not mistaken, how to say that correctly.
No, Disenchanted is next.
Oh, hold on. What? Oh, all right, fine.
On your bullet point, you're.
Yeah, it got changed up. It got changed up. Fine, we're going Disenchanted. Who's some Disenchanted fans out here?
Fuck yeah.
Fucking let's go. We got Disenchanted. Which, of course, if you love Amy
Man, that
Adams,
is a great logo right there. Holy
It's
shit.
only taken 14 years. It's fine.
damn right.
What is this about? What is this thing about?
It's a direct sequel of Enchanted. If you've not seen it, it of course is Amy Adams as a princess
Never
comes to the
seen
real world. You never seen
Enchanted?
Enchanted? It's really good. This is how I knew that
Very
James
good.
Marsden was actually a decent actor, because he got screwed over in the XMen films and in Superman Returns. So
So
definitely,
you get enchanted. Now you have to get disenchanted.
this is right. This is to me. This is probably gonna be the divorce movie. which will
Ouch.
which will probably happen. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. But basically, the premise of the original was a Disney princess escapes the cartoon world, goes into the real world, or gets tricked into the real world. And, fun, fish out of water stuff happens. Very cute, very sweet movie.
That's how you know.
See? There we go. And
So the third one's going to be called Re-Enchanted?
it's the second one. Drink some water, kid. Put some water in you. It's the second one.
No, I said the third one's going to be called Re-Enchanted.
Ah, damn it. You fucked me on that one. I'm so sorry. Of course.
Am I speaking English?
Tiana.
We're going to transition to Tiana, which is a sequel to the Princess and the Frog, if I'm not mistaken. This will be a TV show. So
I
this
really like Princess and Frog. That was a good movie.
I've never seen it.
It's cool.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
See Princess and the Frog?
No, I haven't seen it, but I have played it in the background of when I was working at the Verizon store and just had it on there for kids. So I'll definitely,
Music is very good.
I might give it a shot. I honestly, this totally skipped me by, but I'm glad that they're revisiting some of their older properties. And to me, they're gonna do this one differently than how they did in the '90s, which was, hey, we're gonna have a very popular movie and then we're gonna do a very cheap fucking sequel. So this definitely looks like it's gonna be way more high quality than that. So
If all of these series are gonna look like the Tangled the series, I'm down. Tangled the series fucking slaps.
yeah,
I know
Is
it's
she
a
a-
kid show, but it fucking
Is
slaps.
she on the Titanic?
she's
She's in Louisiana.
I don't know.
I
The
hope that
pillars
she's
look like
not
she's
on
on the
there.
Titanic.
she's on a boat. She's on a boat that may or not look like the Titanic.
I mean, the pillars look like they're from the Titanic.
Hold
I
on,
just wanna
let
say
me
that right
transition
now.
that back so people can see
Every
it.
boat ever is the Titanic, fucking apparently.
Listen,
I mean,
it has three
if
smokes.
it's got four spokes, if it's got four,
Listen,
Titanic.
listen. No, this is the Disney cruise. They're on the Disney cruise, so that makes way
It has
more sense.
3, Harv. Calm down.
okay.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
well,
three.
I'm just saying, maybe the fourth one we can't see.
Are you saying that she's gonna die?
Jesus Christ!
Maybe in the Disney universe, the Titanic never sunk.
Oh man, Frank, you there? You good?
He went to go get some snacks.
Some snacks.
Yeah, I'm
Some
good.
food.
All right, cool.
Yeah, no, my food got here. Sorry.
Disrespect.
Just a hot take from you. What do you think of Pinocchio?
I can give a fuck less.
Okay, real hot take from you. What do you think of Tiana from Princess and the Frog?
I can give,
Why did you forget Disenchanted again?
I'm gonna go.
you know how I just said, like, for Pinocchio I can give a fuck less.
Yes.
Like, think of me giving somehow a even more less of a fuck.
Okay. All right. Okay.
No.
Okay. How about Disenchanted? Sequel to Enchanted.
So I will
15
give
years.
a little bit more of
The
a
prequel
fuck.
to Re-Enchanted.
There
I'll
we
give a
go.
little bit more of a fuck than
Fucking
Tiana,
Enchanted.
but then
Tiana.
still not giving as much of a fuck as like Pinocchio. You know.
Remember, it's the
In the
prequel to
middle.
Re-Enchanted. It's the prequel to Re-Enchanted.
Re-Enchanted. And then my favorite, which how many people have seen any of the stuff? Is everyone here fresh Like, has anyone looked at anything else?
I haven't looked at
You haven't seen it? Fee, have you
was
seen this next part? Because I'm about to show something cool. You gonna see the next part? All right, doesn't matter. We're showing it.
I
And
don't know. I wasn't sure.
well, guess what? Here it is. It's the Sanderson Sisters. They're back, bitches.
I mean, I guess.
And
I'm
they are
concerned.
looking before they need more juice. Need to suck on some more kids. So
No.
Okay, well, we've just been kicked off of Twitch.
if you've not seen the plot of Hocus Pocus,
You could have worded that so much better, though.
that is true. They also suck, but they totally suck out the energy out of kids. Yes, it is the three.
It just made it even worse somehow.
Here they are in their full glory, returning, of course, many years later to their roles, which was a Halloween classic, which was apparently a box office failure, but is a cult classic. Everyone loves this. Everyone remembers it. It was on Disney Plus. Hey, McDonald's fries is here.
I've never seen this movie.
Hey, Fee.
You've never seen Hocus Pocus?
Harv.
We're watching that in the
Here's the
stream
deal.
tonight.
Yeah, we. I mean,
Next Halloween.
He has to stream after this, but at some point we all need to sit down and watch
gotta do
Hocus
a watch
Pocus.
party.
That is, that is. Even
Because I
I'm
don't know
like,
how you haven't seen Hocus. I don't know how you haven't
Hocus
seen Hocus
Pocus?
Pocus. Fuck you, Harv. You
We also
They had
need
a Truly,
to do
leave 'em
watch
alone.
Party for Jupiter Ascending.
that as well. Those are in the books. But to be honest, that was the biggest news. That's why I put it at the end. I love Hocus Pocus to death. Is one of those movies I watch 1,000 times, and to see them together again in the costumes is really cool. Sarah Jessica Parker can still get it, as far as I'm concerned, in this outfit.
Okay, now we know why Mario actually likes this movie.
Back in the day, I'm just saying that was listen, we're talking about a lot of my up and coming feelings in this episode. This was one of them. But I love this, and Zachary Banks. I really wish they bring him back, but I doubt it. There's going to be a whole new cast. It's coming out supposedly next year, and I'm excited. Any other final thoughts before we move on from the Disney section of?
I thought there was another portion.
There's other portions. This is the Disney section.
Yeah.
Willow?
Oh, I guess okay. Willow happened. Does any of you guys care?
I don't know what that is.
Willow is a fantasy tale that was created by Ron Howard and George Lucas. It is a movie that's already out. It's from the 80s. It stars Warwick Davis, who played Ewok, Wicket the Ewok, as well as all the Leprechaun films, including Leprechaun in the Hood 1 and 2. And
The Professor in Harry Potter.
the professors in Harry Potter, as well as one of the goblins. And I love the video that they played with this, so definitely go check that out. Is basically saying, hey, this is a continuation of the movie. There are going to be a new cast of characters. A lot of the characters are younger kids. There's a one actor that clearly looks like he's going to be the son of somebody, so I'm very excited for that. But the people that will be starting it is the main villain from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I wish I remembered her name. I'm so sorry about that.
Zemo?
Kari, the person who played Kari?
I believe so. Yeah, the Flag Smasher
Girl?
lead. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, she's incredible.
Yeah, so she's in this. There's a great banter between her and Warwick Davis, saying that we were both in Solo because she was also a character in Solo, and Flash Thompson in the new Spider-Man is also in this.
Oh, hell yeah.
And he is really great. So I'm really excited to see him in more things. And so he's going to be in this series. It is a series. It's supposedly coming out next year. And it's one of those fantasy movies that not a lot of people have seen that are in the likes of like Neverending Story or sort of like, what can I say, like Page Master or something like that. It's very whimsical, very fun. Princess Bride. Princess Bride is the one I wanted to mention. It's a very much in that same world. So not in that same veins.
The only Willow I need
Aaron-
is from Buffy the Vampire
That is
Slayer.
also true. I wish more Willow for that too.
Aaron Kellyman is the actor who
Got
played
you.
Carly Morgenthau.
Thank you. So that is the other final news. Any other quick things that you guys want to say about the Disney section? Anything else that stood out other
Fucking
than
pumped for Disenchanted.
Disenchanted?
I'm
Yeah.
pumped for Re-Enchanted, honestly. I can't wait till that movie
You can't wait to the third one? No, I can't.
Yeah.
Because they always got to go back.
Oh, no, they're gonna go back.
Oh my
We've all
God.
watched Lost. We always got to go back.
Yeah.
God.
Anyway,
I have not watched Lost, in fact.
We
Yeah,
got to go
this is-
back.
This is
It's
This isn't
Aubrey's
my
favorite TV show. Should I watch Lost, y'all?
Good show. It's the first 4 seasons are really
I've
fucking
only
good.
heard bad things.
No, the first 4 seasons are probably are amazing. Like they're really fucking good television, and then it just goes off a cliff.
I just hear
But
yeah, it just ships
first
the
4
bed.
seasons really really good.
Okay, well, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to my Marvel section that I have listed here. And I listed in...
Just gonna skip Star Wars like that.
oh, I forgot. I'm sorry.
Star Wars is dead
Let me talk.
anyway.
We're going to talk about Pixar, but okay.
We got scraps for Star
We got
Wars. For this,
we got
okay?
scraps. That's why.
Scraps.
It's D20. It's not D23 though.
It was not
This was just Disney Plus.
No, I just.
But still.
I wanted more than.
Yeah, like
This.
Endor could have been something like, okay, I will say this. They had a lot of Disney stuff, which was really cool. I'm happy for that. They had a lot of Nat Geo stuff as well. But there was very little Pixar and very little Star Wars. So let me go ahead. The next section really is Pixar. They're really just announcing the fact that their first animated series, an actual series that they're working on over there at Pixar called Win or Lose, which looks like a baseball cartoon. And I'm sure it's going to make me cry at the end. You know, that's how usually these Pixar things work. I get sad. There's probably another thing probably about divorce. We'll find out. You know, that's the untapped nature of Disney is let's talk about divorce. You know, let's go through that. Maybe I need to get a job at Disney
Talk about it.
and just have films about divorce,
A lot of Pixar movies are like that.
but not about divorce.
How many
That's far as
times
I'm
have you
concerned.
been divorced, Mario?
Oh, man, so many times. It's ridiculous. So many
I
times.
divorced him last week.
I have to deal with my own divorces, my parents' divorces.
Then you have the sequel called Reinforce. Right?
Reinforce.
Then it's going to be fine. Yeah,
Reinforce.
Anyway,
Reinforce. Yeah,
onto the little fucking beef jerky of a fucking scrap we got for Star Wars.
yeah. Obi-Wan Kenobi had a scissor reel, really, which was them sort
It
of
didn't
just
show anything. It didn't show anything.
because it's not. They haven't shot it yet. It's probably why.
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah. So
why come to this thing and say that you guys are doing this? It's just
I don't know why, because I think at this point we should have seen Endor stuff.
For the hype.
Yeah, for the
That's
hype,
why.
really. Just so that we can say, well, the one thing that was cool from it was the fact that, hey, guess what? Ben Kenobi and Darth Vader are going to have a rematch. That's really all they wanted to show off.
we knew that Hayden Christensen is back though.
Well, they're just promoting the fact that, yo, we're having a fight. And that's what
I mean,
this is going to be.
Yeah, but we already know that they're gonna have like. But that's like you can't like.
Yeah.
I watched this thing. I watched this scissor reel that they had, and they showed the one thing with Obi-Wan coming in. And
They showed them fighting.
baby.
You saw that, though?
There were no. That was two different footage. That's two different footage caught together. That's not
interesting.
them fighting. That's two different things that they got from
Yeah,
Return of the
the backgrounds
Jedi,
are different.
and they got
No.
from Attack of the Clones, and they cut it in a way that it looked.
No,
like
they
were
showed them
fighting.
now fighting. Like what they look like now.
No.
He's older in that vintage. What are you talking about?
No, you can see. No, you can see the cut footage. Like you can see that it was cut
All
that
right.
way.
All right. Well, we'll see.
I think.
Anyway.
I think the main footage that we saw was him giving Luke to.
No, they're showing. No, they showed real. So they showed obviously footage from the movies, but then they showed stills of what they assume what the show is going to look like, as well
Yeah.
as Ewan McGregor training.
Yeah. This all. Yeah, I saw that.
And they showed Ewan McGregor and Christian, whatever his name is, Darth Vader.
Hayden Christensen.
They're practicing together fighting
Yeah, with the
masks on
Yes,
because
they're
they're.
practicing. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. It's just like, oh, they're prepping.
Okay, yeah.
They're,
Yes. For that, yes.
They're
I saw that,
prepping
yeah.
the fact
Oh.
that that's happening.
All I'm saying is, if there isn't a scene, if you've watched Avatar: Last Airbender, you know where Uncle Iroh is in a prison. He's a fucking schlub, and then he goes into prison, and then he takes off the robe, and he's fucking ripped. If Obi-Wan isn't fucking built like a goddamn Sherman tank, then I don't know. I don't know if I want to watch this series.
Boy.
Everybody goes watch Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
I would love.
I don't
that.
know. I like for me, like even just having that short, like, God, I'm gonna get fucking roasted. I was more excited about that than the majority of what we're about to talk about. Not
Fair
gonna lie. There was
That's
just
fine.
the Marvel stuff, like cool. Like I'm excited to like when we get to, and we'll talk into like what they're announcing for that. Like I don't know.
I
There
have
was
a
just
lot
like
of
I
hot
wasn't
takes
like I
about
felt a little
Marvel
bit
you won't be
disconnected
allowed.
watching the Marvel portions. Like I was watching the trailers before we recorded, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like it just seems like another Marvel thing. Like it just doesn't seem like something completely different. It just seems like more action, and they're just throwing a bunch of characters to get hype up. And I'm like, I understand that that's slightly what they want, but I don't know. I was just more excited because I like you got to see Ian McGregor, and then you actually got to see like people like doing things. Like I know it's not like
Are you talking about
there's
just
not a full
the
trailer.
presentation as opposed to the thing that they were announcing?
Well, the presentation, and also just like overall, just like I think it's because I'm
Sorry, Goofy. I have something to say after, but yeah.
yeah, but no, I was like I grew like as as controversial as episode 1 through 3 were, like those were like the first like action movies I was allowed to see. And so seeing him come back as Obi-Wan, I'm like, this is what I want. Like, I know that they didn't get to show a lot, and a lot of people are like, well, this is dumb, why'd they show this? Because they need to. Like, it's getting people still hyped for it. Like, sorry that it's not like Boba Fett, like they're bringing in like stuff like that.
Not a fucking character has got like 5 minutes of screen time.
I think they could have been fine if not even showing anything. People will still be hyped if they just said like, yeah, we have Hayden Christensen back. We got this back. Everybody.
I think it was a good way to like officially announce it, because they announced it online, but at least having like, hey,
they officially announced that at D3 last year. That this thing
I know,
was
but
happening.
they didn't have like, no, they announced it, but bringing back Hayden was like announced online, but it wasn't an official announcement. So I feel like, yes, there wasn't a trailer, but it gave him like a, hey, guess who's coming back? Because there was mixed like ideas if he was actually going to come back or not. Yeah, they posted it online and they brought it up that way, but I think this kind of like solidifies it, so then people get even more hyped. And then also hearing Darth Vader's like breath coming in as they were like transitioning from one scene to another, I was just like, yes, this is what
for sure, totally. And I think what you're really criticizing is just the presentation of everything, and you felt that the Obi-Wan thing was the right way to do it, and that's awesome. I'm happy you got that. I think that hey, thank you, Hilkersheen, for the raid.
Hi.
Thank you for bringing everybody. We're doing a podcast. You're in the middle of a podcast stream, so just be cool. We're talking about Disney stuff, so definitely enjoy that. We're going to talk about Marvel in a second. So I absolutely agree with what you're saying in terms of presentation wise. The way that to me, I have a problem with how it was all given. It was just a Twitter post for the most part. Yeah. And then if you go on Disney Plus, they do have a section for Pixar and for Marvel of like, here's a sizzle reel of what's to come. And a lot of the majority of the filler of the Marvel stuff was, hey, this is everything we did last year, and really kind of spoiling shit from last year, which I thought was a little weird, including an extended piece for Hawkeye, which I decided to skip because I didn't want to see it. I'm just going to watch the show. But once they started announcing things, that's when I got hyped. And I get presentation-wise, this is bad, but I do want to talk about, and I think that what they have announced is actually interesting. So I think that's what we'll do going now.
Yeah, and I'll definitely voice my opinion of like one particular trailer.
There's a couple of that in there. I was just like, come on, guys.
Harv and I watched some of them together, and I'm just like,
they showed very little for sure, and they also have coming soon on them. They don't have a date yet.
I will preface this: it's very hard to get very excited for characters that you don't kind of like emotional attachment to, because I agree, some of these characters I don't have that attachment to, and watching those trailers, I'm just like, this just looks like every other Marvel come out. But obviously, there's some in here that even if it is generic Marvel, I'm just happy to see these characters in live action. So
for sure, and I would say, like, from your experience, like, I had no idea who the fuck Shang-Chi was, but I had a blast watching the film, and I don't know how you feel. I'm not sure what your feelings are after the fact, but
that shit was awesome.
But you want to see that character come in later, well, I assume, right? Like, you want to see some of that story continue.
I don't think everything has to, honestly, in this universe.
I want Zhao Ling and Katie TV show. Let them be lesbians.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I like that.
I don't think everything in the Marvel universe needs to have a general collaboration with each other. I think the people within the Marvel universe can just be with their own little teams from there on, or just be by themselves. You know what I mean? Nothing has to be.
No, it doesn't have to be. I'm not talking about Endgame.
But you know, it's
again.
not going to be that way. That's the problem.
Well, I'm not talking about.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm not talking about Endgame. I'm talking about basically just like, hey, maybe there's a section where they couldn't interfere in the show, and it could just be a character, a part of that story. Very much in the same way that, oh my God, his character from Ant-Man who showed up in WandaVision. Just a character that now enforces that story, and you like that character a little bit more.
Kurt?
He had a cool name, and I forgot it. Chad, if you're in here and you're cool, tell me the name. But
Chad,
let's get
into it.
Point.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Point by point.
So first, and I list this in order of what I thought were cool, and to set a build up for what I think is really cool.
Oh my God!
Of course,
I like how you put what? Okay, I hate this list already. If that's the case,
no. Those are like I listed in certain things of like, here are some of the things that were shown. Here's some of the middling things, and then the cool stuff at the end. Mm-hmm. Like the only thing is I am Groot thing. That was the middling thing. Everything else is fine. Okay. Oops. Fucking. I did something crazy. Let me go ahead and switch over here. So they announced Moon Knight. Here's the logo. It's the same logo that we saw before.
Still very skeptical. I hope they do this character with care. I don't know if I trust Marvel to do that yet.
Yeah, it's
Oscar Isaac. Did I see this
mean,
is Oscar Isaac in this?
This is the Oscar Isaac one, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think judging by the stills I've seen, I don't know if there was an actual trailer.
Yeah, there's
I've
some
seen
there is
footage,
actually
but
trailer
it's
for
very
this.
light.
Yeah. There's a shot.
I mean, this was more trailer than we got on a lot of things.
There's a
This
shot
and,
of-
and
yeah.
She-Hulk, they're two of the ones that have footage in it. Well, and Miss Marvel.
Yeah, there's 3 shots in there. There's a shot of Oscar Isaac, good shot. There's a shot of Moon Knight hopping a rooftop.
Yeah, very
good
Batman-esque.
fucking shot.
Very
And
Batman-esque.
then the long hallway, kind of bloody. He looks like he's like strangling somebody or like
He's punching.
He's
He's punching.
punching somebody.
Yeah.
So like in the costume, you don't get to see it, and it seems like there's a lot of that happening with all these trailers that are coming out. Is that we're getting glimpses of the characters, not necessarily getting a full glance at their actual in costume.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think they did that obviously as a direct tease. They don't want to reveal it until the actual show. In terms of, there's definitely doing the multiple voices thing. His also accent is interesting, so I'm very curious of how much that's going to go. This is again a character that I know not a whole lot about, and I am ready for Marvel to just continuously surprise me because I'm still going to check it out. Pretty much.
Marvel's just been notoriously bad with mental illness in the past, and I don't trust them to do this character justice.
Well,
yet.
Sure.
I hope they prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they're, I'm sure just by the amount of detail that you can see, at least in just the synopsis of the show and the way the character looks, I imagine they're consulting at least the comic book writers on this, and in some form, the comic book writers have always done a pretty decent job at that.
Yeah, and hopefully some health officials as well.
Yeah, it looks cool. It looks neat.
Yeah.
I watched the trailer. I think Fiona watched the trailer for it. Looks cool. I did not know it was Oscar Isaac until the very end of it.
Does that make it more interesting because it's Oscar Isaac, or
No,
it would have been a
no,
character you didn't
I
give a
don't
shit
know
about?
anything about Moon Knight, so this is gonna be one of those things where I'm gonna go in blind and see how this is. And
Yeah.
you know,
I think
I don't
I
have
think if
like
you're
that whole
fa-
thing that a lot of people that Oscar Isaac, like for me, it's like he's a good actor. That's really all I have for Oscar Isaac.
Sure.
Like I've seen him in 3 things, and that's about it. So I can't really say much more.
I
Than
mean,
that.
he was really good in Dune.
Deus
No,
Ex
that's what I mean.
Machina.
Like he's good.
Yeah, he was
he's
really
good in
naked
Dune.
in Dune.
He was also
Yeah,
in
he was good in
Drive.
Dune.
He was naked in
Was he
Dune.
naked in
Super
Dune?
naked.
I'm gonna watch
Yeah,
Dune.
Yes.
I didn't watch
Yeah,
Dune.
no, he was like
Yes,
butt ass
he's
naked,
very
like bucket
much
naked.
Yeah.
naked, naked. All right.
Bucket
I
I
naked.
mean, he's good at Star Wars as well, right? Like, there's
Yeah.
he's a good actor. I just
Yeah.
don't have like this whole thing. A lot of people all do. We're like, oh my god, he's the
Your
best
feet-
actor in
Yeah.
the world.
He sideways said that. You mentioned Star Wars. Oh, that was funny.
I think she was sighing at his naked body.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That was I agree. Moving on to not weird things to say before I transition into something important. She-Hulk got a trailer as well. Very small clips. Basically, she was doing yoga. Very much a busy woman doing her job, and then all of a sudden they show her just from behind in terms of her transformation. They also show the Hulk. The Hulk is there.
There was more Endgame trailer footage than there was actual She-Hulk footage in this fucking trailer.
this-
That's
What
what
do you
I.
mean?
That's
Unless
what I
we
said.
watched
Yeah.
the wrong one.
What did you mean
Unless
Endgame?
we watched the wrong one.
Yeah.
Like it was more. Maybe not Endgame. Maybe it was the Avengers one. Maybe it was Infinity War.
No,
Where they
no,
showed more Hulk.
What are you
No,
talking about?
it's just the none of that's in Endgame. It's just that version of Hulk is in Endgame, is what he's saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because there's scenes in that he's in his lab and stuff like that.
Yeah, she's there too.
Yeah, she's there too.
So it's the show.
Okay, we must have watched the
he's
watch the
talking-
wrong trailer.
Okay, yeah.
We must
So
have
Yeah,
watched
she's
the wrong
talking
trailer.
to. She's talking. He's
Well,
talking to her.
So she's going
trying
through
to figure out what's going on.
transformations. She's going through transformations. They don't know why. It looks like that she's teamed up with her, I assume, cousin, to then
They're yes.
figuring out what's going on with and how she even got to this ability in the first place. Because it doesn't. I mean, I have no idea how the hell she would
Okay.
have the power.
So I think She-Hulk's a really great character. I honestly am very concerned because of how much I understand, and as without spoiling anything or without context, she's the cousin of Bruce Banner. I'm
Yes.
just scared that it's just going to be fucking Hulk 2.0 and then just She-Hulk in the background. Like there's going to be She-Hulk
They're
elements to it.
using a male character to set up a female character again. And
Well, I
Well,
mean,
how would
that's
she?
not-
Well, it's not
That's
even
not
that. I just
really-
feel like they're not. It's not even that. Like they could be using like like it could be using like Black Widow or anything else. Right now, what my concern is because they had so many other characters. Even in the trailer that Harv and I watched, it wasn't just Bruce Banner that was there. There was Daredevil in there as well. He was
No.
in the trailer. There was another trailer where he like
No
at
one,
least the one that
no
we
one,
specifically
everyone
saw.
be on the internet right now, be
Yeah, I don't know
freaking the
what
fuck
trailer
out
you guys
if
saw.
Daredevil was there. That I have
Because
not.
I looked at the thing, and the only thing that somebody said was very Daredevil-esque is the logo.
We must have watched the Raw trailer.
Yeah, you guys watched the
Okay,
Raw
either way,
Okay,
there can
yeah,
So
Because it
that's
starts
a
with Bruce.
whole other
It
thing.
starts with Bruce and I can't remember
Jennifer
her name.
Walters.
Jennifer Walters talking in a thing. And Bruce Banner's talking, and then like it cuts to her like running, and then talking like overdubbing about like how her life is different, and then shows a brief moment of She-Hulk from behind, and then does a weird like fourth wall break, which is notorious for that comic.
Oh yeah, it cuts to
And
the
then
TV show of like you're angry. No, I'm angry. That's the phrase. Yeah, Daredevil's not in that, so that must be some weird edit you guys watched. I want to know what you watched.
Yeah, that's gonna get him. But either way, like because they're like technically in the comics, they're connected. Which
Yeah,
is
'cause
a
it's
whole
lawyers.
other thing.
Daredevil might be in the show because from what I understand, this will be more procedural. So my main comments essentially, and I think it's reinforced by the logo, the fact that the logo is different now, is that this is going to be one of those procedural shows very much in the lines of like The Good Wife, where it's going to be sort of like, it might have action in it for sure, but I think it'll also be very heavily courtroom based. If I had to
I
take
think it's
a
going to be
guess.
very. I think this is going to be very sitcom like. Judging by the fact that we're already starting to see like the notorious fourth wall breaks, I feel like this would be treated more like a sitcom than an actual like show. Like kind of think of like a you know how Supergirl kind of does it, right? Where it feels like a sitcom, but it has a coherent story that kind of just goes through. I feel like that's what they're going to do with this.
That's why I was giving it more of the prestige with like The Good Wife because that was people more like that show.
Sitcoms are different though. Sitcoms are like half-hour satirical shows.
Well, no, I'm
Yeah,
not
that's what I
saying,
mean.
but I'm saying
No,
in The
that's
Good
what-
Wife where the story continues
No,
on every
I know,
episode.
I know exactly what you're talking about, Frank.
yeah.
That's
But
what
I'm just saying
on it.
I'm just saying in that style though.
Yeah,
You
so
know
you're
what I mean?
talking
Like
more
blending
of what
both.
he's talking. You're talking about what more Mario.
Yeah, that's why I said blended
No.
with both of the two, like a hybrid.
Because sitcoms are satirical. They're like half-hour satirical shows.
Yeah. So yeah, the one that Harv and I specifically watched was one which, by the way, if you look up She-Hulk right now, is the very first video that comes up. It does not specifically say it is a concept video unless you look at the actual contents of the description. Everything else says first look trailer at She-Hulk. And then, you know what's even more hilarious? Is they have the same amount of screen time for her in that trailer as
That-
they do in the fucking real trailer.
Don't ever watch that channel. That channel is actually a fake channel that constantly makes things to do
Fuck with
like
people, yeah.
that do like
You know what we should have done, Fee? You know what we should have just went to
Research?
Disney Plus. We should have just went to Disney
gone
Plus. Yeah.
Or just, like,
what do you mean research? I literally got off work and I was like, okay, I assume that the one that literally says She-Hulk and has her on there, I would assume that might
anything
be the
that's
thing.
2 minutes. That wasn't even how much they showed footage. They only showed like 15 seconds. So that's why
No, I'm talking about the other one. I'm not talking about the 2-minute one that you're talking about. I'm talking about the 1 minute and 15 seconds, which made more sense to be an actual first look than a 2-minute video.
Yeah. But anyway, She-Hulk. What do we at least think of? You know, I mean, we got to look at Jennifer Walters. Obviously, it's just a person at the end of the day. But we got to look with Hulk. It seems like they are gonna like harken on the family dynamic, and then you know, because she's changing. She doesn't know what's happening. She has to go to talk to a scientist to figure this out. And what better scientist to know what the gamma transformations is than the actual Hulk himself. So, I think the look that they're going for, at least with the little glimpses that we saw, is definitely going to be very kind of comic accurate, where it's like just someone who's just really athletically strong in a bodysuit, and with the trainers on and everything. It has the look like pretty much down.
yeah, from the small little segment that you see that I saw there. I found the original trailer. I'll send that off to you guys later. But
No, I
Can't
already
wait to
saw
see
it.
the
It's
actual like
fine.
face with the hair, but like
yeah, I would like to see how that transformation looks for. But I mean, the character's always been tied to the Hulk. It's the only way I assume this character will become the Hulk. because it doesn't make sense otherwise. I don't know why you'd be in a lab for it to become the damn Hulk in the first place. So we'll ultimately see how that happens. The next thing, of course, is Ironheart, which they have a new logos. A lot of the things that they're updating is just showing you new logos. And I think they're just trying to be more telling of what they're related to or what they're active on. So this one clearly, obviously, is more reminiscent to Iron Man specifically. I am not someone who knows this character. I'm not very familiar. I know that they took over Iron Man at a certain point in the comics.
She was introduced through an Iron Man comic.
Mm-hmm.
But all I've heard is you don't have to read that. You can just read the Ironheart run and have all the information you need.
Again.
Yeah, she was like introduced in one comic, and then 3 comics later, she's Iron Man, or Ironheart.
So I mean, personally, again, show me something new. This is something that I could totally get to watch that has a totally different vibe and has some connections to characters that I love. So that's really, really all I have to say about that one. Anyone else have anything to say about Ironheart?
Not really.
I skipped I Am Groot. I know. I'm sorry, guys.
I mean, I am Groot.
We also skipped Miss Marvel.
It's because I accidentally keep hitting the things by accident. Miss Marvel also was shown off. I didn't want to show the logo because it was the same one as the last one. They showed footage of the show, and it's coming out later in the year. That's the only thing that was majorly announced. It was now coming in the summer. It's not going to be. I thought it would come out right after Hawkeye, but it looks like this will be pushed up a little further. So there's something in that.
What's the show after Hawkeye? Do they know?
We don't know yet.
Really? No. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm wondering if
Miss Marvel could be the next one then, in a way.
If they're gonna wait till the summer, I don't know.
Usually that's a long time. Go from December.
I'm sure they're gonna do like a spring one.
Yeah, we just don't know exactly where that's gonna fit. It could be She-Hulk. It could be because they have coming soons for those titles. They don't necessarily have dates, but hopefully we'll have something or other for that, I guess. But I'm excited for the show just because they showed it already, and this is just more stuff that they showed. They haven't showed her powers, and they haven't shown the final costume in form. I've seen it on photos online. I love this character from different iterations that I've seen her, either in comic books and movies, and or video games, I should say. So I'm
Miss
happy.
Marvel, right? We're talking about Miss Marvel?
Yeah, Miss Marvel. So
yeah.
I'm happy she's going to continue, and then she'll be in the movies.
Yeah, I like the Kamala Miss Marvel. I'm not a fan of when Carol's Miss Marvel instead of Captain Marvel, but I really like the Kamala Miss Marvel, so I'm really excited for this.
I'm excited for that. That is the one thing so far, and there's a couple other things so far, but we haven't got to. That is probably the most excited. I'm not excited for like She-Hulk and Moon Knight, really. Honestly, I'm being completely honest. I'm not gonna watch those.
Oh shit! I fucking got rid of something. Can I Command Z that? No, I can't. Okay. The other thing they
deleted.
I did delete something by accident. They also showed the I Am Groot logo again, and the fact that the Guardians Christmas special is still happening. It is still coming. Don't know when that will arrive. So I don't expect it next year since they're filming 3 right now. But
wait, the Christmas thing has got to be coming on Christmas, right?
Well, it's coming on Christmas, but I don't know if it's this year, like this upcoming year, or in 2003,
22.
Yeah, 2003.
2003. We're going back.
No. I don't know if it'll come into 22 either. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god, why do you even announce this?
Well, it's because they announced it a while ago and they've been delayed because of the pandemic. That's really the reason.
Yeah. Fair.
So
if you want to see an I Am Groot TV show where the character just says I Am Groot for 30
I think Fee
minutes
was excited. Weren't you excited for this, Fee?
I was excited because I really like Groot.
Yeah.
And this is where I should have pulled out my Groot figurine, but no.
I'd rather it be Korg, honestly. I love Korg.
Korg might show up. You never know.
I hope. I'll watch it if Korg's in it. That's it.
I should just delete these.
Korg is the only reason that Ragnarok is as high on my ranking as it is, and it's very low.
Got it.
Anyway.
Let's see here. What if season 2 was? No, I'm sorry. I'm an asshole. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to be honest, and this is just behind the scenes. I'm trying to do 3 things at once, and I only have 2 monitors, so that's why it's a little hard for me to do it. So my bad. Along with Ironheart, who had an updated logo, we also have Secret Invasion, which got their logo updated. And we actually got a shot of what Samuel Jackson will look like. I did not grab that photo, but he looks menacing, and he has a beard. So that's what he looks like, and terrifying.
It looks cool.
This is all about the Kree, right? This is all about the Kree.
Sam Jackson always fucking brings.
Yeah.
Skrulls.
Scrolls, sorry, scrolls.
Sorry.
Scrolls.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this will be different than the original comic book adaptation, I assume, which essentially was
probably, yeah.
basically a ship lands in a park in New York, if I'm not mistaken, and a bunch of superheroes that were thought to be dead come out, and we are not sure if they're Skrulls or the real heroes. And some of those characters that are in the ship are people that are still alive too. So we don't know if they are the real person or not the real person. How they'll adapt
Pretty
that,
good.
I wonder if they'll do elements of it, but I'm curious about like how that's going to work.
I wonder if we get a character that is either killed or dead, and they have just been a Skrull this whole time. Like, imagine if like Hawkeye was just a Skrull this whole time.
That'd be bad because they have a whole
I'm off an example, you know what I mean? Or just like,
yeah.
Black
The
Widow.
only thing I want from Secret Invasion is I want them to bring Bob and Hunter.
I would.
it's the show's gonna be weird because it's just gonna be Among Us. But
It's just gonna be the Among Us show for sure.
It's gonna be Among Us,
Here's-
the Marvel Among Us game.
Here's my thing, and this is if they're actually bringing Daredevil back. The rumor right now is in Spider-Man that Daredevil will be representing Peter Parker. That will be the first official. Hey, the Netflix shows are still.
I thought they already discounted that.
No, I've seen things that I'm curious about, and then of course I have a friend who works at another website that's been like adamant about it. So we'll see. We won't know until we see the movie. So don't take me for.
It's crazy
Fun
how much
fact.
that shit is leaked and how much of like the screenshots we still have no fucking trailer.
We
for
don't
that.
know if it's true or
You know
not.
what I mean?
We have no shit idea if it's true or not. But
No, I'm just mean in general. Like we've gotten screenshots for it. We've gotten like leaks like on like other platforms and shit like that. But we still have not got a trailer for this fucking movie yet.
No,
like
I
an
know.
official trailer for it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we had an official trailer, but not like.
That was a teaser, wasn't it?
No, it's technically the trailer.
Okay.
But even so, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They keep showing us the
Yeah.
fucking bridge.
Yeah.
My
the entire movie's on the bridge.
my thing is that if they're trying to make the Netflix shows back into canon, this is your opportunity to bring back Coulson as a Skrull. And
And calls it back. Roll.
We've already had a million Coulsons.
No, we can have more. It's fine.
this is Coulson's back.
No.
I mean,
Coulson's back, baby, but he's a
spoiler alert,
Skrull.
Agents of Steel, he's already an LMD. So like,
No, of course.
But
like,
That'd be
you
a fun
can't-
reveal.
You can't do any better than that.
That'd be a fun reveal. It's like, oh, it turns out he's an LMD the whole time. And he's back.
I mean, he already is canonized as an LMD.
No, I meant like, but he's back. He's not a Skrull though. That's the conflict. It's like,
yeah,
but
that's the
you're-
conflict. It's like,
Oh.
is it actually him or is it a Skrull? That's what I love about Secret Invasion. Is just like you question everything. It's constant paranoia. It's like
I really,
Yeah.
I really hope they use Secret Invasion to bring Bobby into this.
Oh,
Bobby with that tool.
All I want.
Mockingbird
That's
is
all
what
I
you're talking about?
Mhm.
Yeah, bring the
I
agents.
thought you were
of
talking about
S.H.I.E.L.D..
Bobby with that tool.
To be honest,
So-
all those characters are still in space, right? Space-ish.
Bob and Hunter are not in space.
You're right. The other characters are.
They're in hiding.
Yeah, that's right. Fair enough.
All right, what's next on the list here?
Next on the list, and I'm
We
gonna let
talked
Sly take this one
Echo.
over. There you go.
Yes. Okay. I am losing my goddamn mind. I love Echo. I am so excited for this announcement that Echo's getting her own show. Echo, of course, is the first Marvel comic character that I read through everything, like every single comic I could get my hands on that she was in. I, of course, love Aleka Cox, who is a deaf Native American amputee. Hawkeye is her first professional acting experience ever. She already looks phenomenal. I'm so excited about the show, y'all. It's gonna be I just can't wait. I have so many feelings of joy towards the show. And I hope it's good. I'm gonna like it even if it's not good. I just need you all to know that. But I hope it's good.
I will not be biased about this whatsoever.
I'm telling you right now, I will be very biased. If this is not a good show, you will not hear me admitting it.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So
I'm sure we'll do that enough for you.
yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm not gonna deny it. I'm just not gonna say it.
Again, gonna just go ahead and watch pretty much everything here. I'm going with total open expectations because I did that for Shang-Chi and I've done that for Eternals, and I've been pleasantly surprised so far. So still on that route. Here,
I love the.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, good.
I love the announcement of Echo because that means we're one step closer to an announcement for Blind Spot as well.
Is that a character I'm not aware of?
It's a Daredevil character.
Cool. All right, cool. I'm hoping more Daredevil stuff gets announced.
He's teamed up with Daredevil a bunch of times. So
nice. Hopefully this is also stuff with X-Men. Hopefully one day, for the love of Christ, please bring the X-Men in finally.
Ooh, yeah, because you with Echo you can pull in Wolverine.
Yeah, because they have ties.
They have a storyline together.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I would love to see that.
Everybody,
That would be awesome.
Everybody's got a storyline with Wolverine.
Their storyline is one of my favorites. If it's the Daredevil 1998 run, the volume or the issues 50 through 54, I think, is an Echo run, and it's very good. Has Wolverine. It's a beautiful story. 100% recommend that.
Awesome. This one I'm excited for because I get a little bit more of Catherine Hahn, and I'm very happy. Even though I'm shocked that we're getting it. Agatha, House of Harkness. Great fucking title, by the way. Great fucking title. For this.
Are we going to get a kiss?
I want a kiss.
There are 3 things that I'm excited for on this list that I'm going to watch. I don't think I'm going to watch anything else. There's going to be 3 things on this list. This was one of them.
Agatha, House of Harkness, which of course is the returning of the character Catherine Hahn played in WandaVision, where her current standing where she is in that world, she is around, and we'll see how the ramifications of that. I don't know if this was a prequel or not. I assume not. I assume this will continue. From
this seems like her being stuck where she is, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You would assume it's probably not a sequel, but there is another thing here which is obviously sounds like a prequel.
It is, and I'm very excited to talk about that. Well, before I move on to that, is anyone else have anything they're excited for?
We're all probably gonna watch it.
I mean, I'm excited for Agatha. I know I joke because Catherine Hahn and Elizabeth Olsen made a joke about them kissing. Okay. So if we get that, I'm 100% here for it. But you can't go wrong with Catherine Hahn, right?
I'm all about it. Yeah, Catherine Hahn is awesome. I'm very excited about that. So the last section here, I asked why I moved something around here because this is really much the animation section, but these are all things that are still tied to the MCU, except for one, obviously. And I'm very excited to talk about. I love that 2 of our members have decided to fuck off and go somewhere else.
Hello.
Clearly, no one cares about animation here,
right?
This is so Spider-Man freshman year.
No, that wasn't the next one.
That's what you have up right now. Sorry, you have that.
Well, I'm not going to show the next thing. That's why. What if season 2 is happening? Okay, moving on.
Yeah, I mean,
season 2. Well, I didn't get to say it. I didn't get to say it. I just wanted to say it. All right, back on to freshman year, which is a prequel to Civil War. So this is apparently in that movie. It specified that he is a sophomore, and so this is the first year of high school where we get to hear this backstory and probably see Uncle Ben, because everyone really wants to fucking see Uncle Ben in the MCU.
Yeah, I want to see Uncle Ben fucking kick it, just die.
Again, we're probably getting that.
Let's get the Seinfeld connection going. Okay, we got Marissa Tomei already there. Jason Alexander is Uncle Ben. Let's fucking make it happen. All right, let's make it happen.
Jesus Christ. Honestly, my only major thing here, and hear me out, they're gonna do the Spider-Man. If all the Spider-Man movies are connected, I really want Bruce Campbell to have a voice acting role in this, so that way he's in the MCU.
Make Bruce Campbell Uncle Ben. I think he'd make a cool.
You know what I just found out, and it blows my mind that we didn't get it. Supposedly there were going to be 6 Spider-Man movies of the original Sam Raimi run, and the reason why Bruce Campbell's in everyone is a different actor, as a different character, because he was actually going to be Quentin Beck and be Mysterio in one of the movies, and that pisses me off that never happened. Because he was in the video game, if you remember that correctly. But yeah, I'm more animation. The fact that this is connected to the stories of Spider-Man, I'm into that. So please, freshman year Spider-Man, I'm very excited for that. One that I'm not that excited for, but it is a thing that's happening. I know that Frank, you have probably more reverence. Oh, that's the thing I deleted. That is the thing I
Yeah.
deleted. Okay.
I'll just say it right now. It's Marvel Zombies.
Yeah.
If you read the comic book, it's a very polarizing comic because it's not good. I don't think it's very good.
Yeah.
It's one of those comics where it's just like let's take the nature of it, which is gory zombies, and make that the forefront instead of just like actually writing a good story to go along with it. It's more of just a shock book than anything. Just watching all your favorite heroes get fucking brutally murdered, which is why I don't think this animation's gonna be anything like that. Because there's some really fucked up shit in Marvel Zombies. There's some real fucked up shit.
There's some really fucked up shit in that episode.
I guarantee you, not as fucked up as the actual comic.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I agree. There's definitely still fucked up shit, but
was there a part where Spider-Man eats fucking Mary Jane and Mary Jane screaming at the top of her lungs? Why are you doing
there's
this,
a part.
Peter?
Somebody does eat somebody.
Somebody does eat somebody, and they're still alive, and it's really fucked up.
Does Peter Parker eat both Aunt May and Mary Jane?
No,
Watson
Peter Parker ends up being the hero in that story specifically. But in this iteration, well, again, so this is a spin-off off of the episode that was in What If. They didn't really have a conclusion. I'm very curious how they're going to do this one because they could go. There's some room where they could explore earlier on before everyone kind of zombifies. However, the episode kind of spoils a lot of the people that get zombified. So I'm very curious how they'll handle this show specifically. It was devastating. There's a lot of really fucked up things that do happen in that episode. That was really cool.
I think this would be a great story for them to do a non-linear story with.
Sure. Yeah. For sure. To go back in time between telling like the future story and the past story, I could see them doing that specifically. But this is...
Let's just send them back into space like they did in the comic. It's fine. Send everybody to space.
We'll see. We'll see how that ends up going. But, okay, this is what we're here for. This is what I'm here for. The biggest thing that I was happy that was announced was, in fact, yes, that's it, transition. XMen is back, baby. The animated series in 97.
Give me that intro. I'm fucking watching it.
That's the best part of the. Honestly, that's the best part of the show, man.
It is. It's one of the best things. I'll watch it then. I'll fucking watch it.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm just rubbing this on my face. I'm just bringing it back. All the good memories. Nobody can see that. Hold on. Let me transition it back. There you go. That's for people watching the video.
Okay.
I found out that this, apparently I'm a liar. This is apparently a Pizza Hut exclusive. I've said before that I have never ate Pizza Hut. And apparently I did at one point.
They probably just got it from somebody more.
Oh my God. This is incredible. I had this since birth. This like came out with me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh no.
I've had that for so goddamn long.
Oh man, I grew up on
Wait, that math doesn't make any sense.
Morph.
Okay, never mind.
Morph. So yeah, I know that majority of people were not born when that show existed on this panel, but I hope.
I mean, I was born in '96, so
I'm pretty sure
a
I'm
year
the
old when
only
the
one
show
who
came.
wasn't born.
We've all just seen the show.
I was 9. This was prime time for me. I was 9
That's
years
true.
old. When this
I
show
wasn't
came
allowed
out.
to watch it.
There you go. Damn it, that sucks.
I've seen it.
I'm the
I've
only one
seen
who
it.
wasn't alive for this.
It's that. Look, I like the show. It's definitely got a place in everyone's heart because it's one of those pioneers to the animated universe of comic books, right?
Continuous.
But in comparison to what everybody else did afterward, it pales in comparison.
What are you talking about? This is to me in line
Like Batman
with
the animated
they're
series
together.
fucking perfected.
They're together, in my opinion.
I wouldn't say they're
Because they did the same thing. I mean, they both had
one has
their
really
own-
good storytelling and writing.
The other one did
is
too.
literally just Saturday
The
morning
Saga of
cartoon.
Morph was fucked up. That was
But it's written more like a Saturday morning cartoon than an actual like.
I mean, granted, but
coherent story.
they're still really fucked up, and they dealt with racism and shit in the actual comic themselves. And the first episode is all about how fucking their parents sell out their daughter. Like that's how dark that show got.
Which is why I personally, if I wanted any X-Men thing to come back, would be X-Men Evolution, because it definitely takes all those things that the X-Men do go through, such as racism and being just having to cope with your powers and stuff like that, and they take it to another level, and they actually have like really good arcs for each character and stuff like that, instead of just like, here is 10 minutes for this character because we only got a 20-minute run.
I honestly don't think you remember the animated series as much. It is not. You're denigrating it as if it was like the G.I. Joe and Transformer shit, when honestly it wasn't. It wasn't.
It's very
like,
Hanna-Barbera. It's very Hanna-Barbera.
It's not Hanna-Barbera at all. Anyways,
I have fond memories of growing up and watching it, and I'm excited for this because I'm gonna watch this shit. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I love that they had multiple episode arcs, and we're very curious of how many episodes we're gonna get in this era. It looks like it's gonna continue from the end of the show. So
it was one of the first shows I remember when I was young that actually had like an arc going through it.
Yeah,
or like a cartoon kind of show. Which was mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, multiple parts, and then but then like things would carry on even further. Like when the fact that when Morph came back and it was messed up, the fact that he's no longer the same person you remember from the first episode. I love the Night of the Sentinels, this is the introduction of Jubilee and stuff like that. That was my first introduction. Also had the same art style. The whole reason the MCU University color scheme is what it is because I asked if we can have it as the Cyclops colors, and it definitely it sparked so much memories and inspiration in my life going forward. And when I met Jim Lee, that was the first thing I thought of was when he created the look of that TV show, basically. And I'm so happy it's back. And I'm very curious of what direction it could go. It can either be continuously looks the same, or because of the fact that there is a year to it, will there continue to adapt and go further? I'm very curious of how that goes.
They basically they're going to give it to the mobile studio and then port it into Unreal Engine 4 and just call it a day.
I'm rejecting you. Hold on one second.
Rejecting your point.
Kicked him out of the video. He's not in the show anymore.
Rejected.
I could reject him really quick.
If you do, everyone will see my porn, and that wouldn't be nice. You shouldn't do that. Just saying. Nobody wants to see that. Oh, you bitch. I know you did.
I turn your camera on.
Oh yeah, here. See, look what Mario did.
Damn it, Mario.
Damn
All right,
Mario.
cool. There we go. I'm back.
Damn Mario.
So that's everything from the Disney Plus day.
Yeah. I mean, it's Marvel stuff at the end of the day.
Out of everything, I'm excited for maybe 4 of these things.
That's all you need to hit, right? Need to hit at least one of those things.
Something will rope you into buying Disney Plus.
Yeah, nothing in Disney. I don't think. I think I would probably watch Pinocchio, but that's a movie, right? So yeah, I'll watch that. I'll watch Disenchanted when it's announced. So I'll watch that. And then when it comes
to God, Harv.
I'll watch Obi-Wan. And then out of Marvel, I'll watch Miss Marvel, Agatha, and XMen. That's my lineup.
I would recommend check out Willow, the movie, and then if you like it, watch the show. That's what I recommend.
Is Willow from Buffy on there?
Yes. There's a young little girl.
Are you lying to me?
You won't know until you watch it.
He is 1,000
IQ
lying to you.
But yeah, that was the news this week, guys. I'm gonna skip the tidbits because none of the tidbits are actually all that crazy anyway.
Other than fucking Halo multiplayer might drop on Monday, and I'm very excited about that.
There are heavy rumors that thing is dropping on the 15th. Like heavy rumors that thing's gonna drop on the 15th.
And it's free.
Very exciting.
It's free.
I rather that thing drop now than drop later, because I want to play it and then I want to play Elden Ring when it comes out. Or not Elden Ring, Endwalker, because I think it drops on the same day. It's supposed to drop on the same day, December 3rd.
I know what I'm playing.
Right? Isn't that when Halo Infinite's supposed to be scheduled to come out December 3rd?
You're asking the guy who should know.
Somebody said November 15th. So they said, I keep hearing November 15th, which I call bullshit on that. But
it's because of the 20th anniversary. But even people working at Halo have kind of not they've acknowledged it, but they haven't cemented it.
It comes out on the 8th, the game itself, but the MP is going to supposedly drop on Monday. Which was always something that was supposed to be separate.
Yeah.
So
we'll see though.
And free.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, multiplayer is free. Yeah, which is awesome.
Yes.
Great.
So enjoy that.
Heck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the end of the show.
Yeah.
Wow, we got through all the Marvel stuff. We got through everything we were playing. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this great podcast. I'm having this weird thing right now because I don't know yet. So
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know words. Words
I
don't
don't-
come to me.
Any Brock?
Used
I don't
to.
know.
I don't know.
He's a
I
great
remember
Oh,
when I used to
man.
think of words.
All right, we're gonna go through everybody first, and then I'm gonna go through my outro. So Frank, where can everybody find you?
You can find me at Twitch, Point in Progress, Kestrel1A, Twitter, Kestrel1A, Thanksgiving Frank V. Yeah. I'm sleepy, man. I'm fucking cooked, man. I've been up since 4 a.m.
Mario, where can everybody find you?
You can find me at not that Mario Rivera was what I was about to say. You can find me at Nightmute City on Twitter, but you can definitely find me and Sly as we go through the Marvel Cinematic Universe, going through all the old movies. Our second episode had dropped. It was fantastic. Thank you so much for everyone who watched it. Get ready because it is Spider-Man as your homework for next week. So enjoy. And
Spider-Man.
They said that a hero can save
Spider-Mans.
us. Very excited about that.
Oh
Waiter.
god, that's such a good song. I don't care what anybody says about Nickelback.
Nope,
the
it's,
song's a fucking
it's
that's
a
S
great
tier.
song.
It's an S tier song.
S tier
Oh,
song.
yeah.
It's the whole purpose of a segment on our show called Music Room is because those things that exist.
Yeah, you gotta wait for that hero. You gotta wait for the hero.
Yeah.
Sly, where can everybody find you?
You can find me personally everywhere on the internet at SlyCloneMC. You can find me hosting and producing 15 and 15. The third episode's dropping this weekend with one producer, Liz. It was very fun. Great conversation. Please check that out. You, of course, can find me also on Point in Progress with the MC University podcast. We're having so much fun with that. Thank you all for your support on that show. It's been truly a blast. And then, of course, in a couple weeks when Hawkeye comes out, you can catch me on Stark Radio, the Hawkeye after parties.
Heck yes. B, where can everybody find you? You are muted.
You're muted.
Okay, well then.
Yeah,
At least
okay.
I told you at the start, because if you went
I
through
think
the
Fee-
whole
I
deal and tell
appreciate
Pretty
you-
sure Fee is on the same level as cooked as I am. That's why we're just like.
So, you can find me over on Twitter at twitter.com/Ceranics. You can also find me tomorrow on twitch.tv/Ceranics, where I will be playing 5.3 of Final Fantasy, which is apparently the most depressing part of the entire series. So please make sure to check that out because apparently I'm going to cry multiple times.
get those
and
tissues
for-
ready to go.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Also, make sure I know for people who have been wondering, we did take a little bit of a hiatus for Final Fantasy 14. Mostly, Harv has been a trooper and has been super understanding of Frank and I. I'm currently dealing with my work stuff. Frank just started a brand new job. However, we are going to be back this week, so make sure to keep an eye on that on the channel. We'll be talking about the live letter, and we have a number of other ideas and stuff. Also, as Harv said in the middle of the podcast, make sure to check us out on Twitter because we will be posting stuff about an event coming up soon. Also, in the next coming weeks, please make sure to check me out over on the Game Source Network. We are going to be celebrating Stadia's birthday. Woo! Speaking of Stadia's birthday, so we'll be doing that. So please make sure on the 16th and on the 30th to check out the YouTube channel Game Source Network, where we talk all about Stadia and really exciting things. And they also have been doing some really cool things with Stadia recently. So make
Yeah, I
sure
got
to
some good releases coming out soon.
yeah,
good
and some shadow drops and
Yeah.
just some Stadia exclusives, which is really exciting for the platform. So please make sure to check that out. Jake and Aaron are great, and you guys should really check them out.
Heck yes. You can find me here on Point in Progress. You can find me on this podcast, Fantasy in Progress, all that fun stuff. All that fun stuff. Guys, this was episode 33 of the Point in Progress podcast, your one-stop shop for news, recommendations, spicy takes. Join 5 friends across 3 time zones and 2 countries. every week as we discuss all things that we love while still thinking critically of them. You can find us on youtube.com/point-in-progress. You can watch the show live over on twitch.tv/point-in-progress every Friday. We'll be back again next week for a podcast. Yes, we will be back next week for the podcast. I'm still trying to.
I was gonna say, check the calendar.
I was gonna say, yeah, but we're good for next week.
I won't be here.
Yeah, Fee was not gonna be here, so our rotation's gonna be starting here pretty soon. So
tune into next week where I get Point in Progress canceled on while Fee's gone.
I haven't done it this week.
Oh,
that's right.
We did it last week, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, also, side note, I'm gonna be I'm planning out a whole thing for Pokemon release next Friday, so
Yay, Pokemon!
just want to let you guys know.
Alright.
Keep an eye out on that. So it's really exciting.
yes. But on that note, guys, thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you again next week for episode 34. Bye-bye.
Progress
Shout
has
out
been
to Jake
made.
Gyllenhaal.
Class dismissed.
Shout out to Michael
shout
Bublé because we're in
Yeah.
Michael Bublé season,
Shout
bitches.
out to Gordon Ramsay.
Shout out to Taylor Swift. Goodbye.